On the ground towards short, diving is Lowrie. He'll flip backhanded for one, on to first for two.
I'm fairly comfortable at both positions in the middle. I think shortstop is the preferred position, but I'm comfortable at second as well. If I draw a line from myself to home plate, it's probably 2 or 3 feet away from the circle of the dirt on the mound. I like to call this pretty much straight up for me at second base. If you make a play this way, your momentum's going towards first and it's an easier throw. That ball that's taking you away, I need to get to it quicker so I can plant and throw and make a longer throw.
This is lined up the middle, but Lowrie's playing there and he throws him out.
Generally speaking, you're not going to stay in the same place. You're always going to be moving, whether it's left, right, or forward. Rarely do you move back. Maybe if it's like a one hopper that's going to bounce right in front of you that you got to step back to catch back here. But generally speaking, you're going either straight in, left, or right. Balls hit to the left side. I mean, I'm getting myself ready, and the break straight to the base. That's the most important thing, is you can't waste your time here, because when they field the ball, you got to be on the base ready to field it, or ready to field that throw. And so you want to give those guys, either the shortstop or the third baseman, a good target, so you're standing on the base and they can throw it to you and you can turn it right away. So my first movement is straight to the base.
Ground ball towards second base, could be two. The second for one, on to first, dug out by Lowell for the double play.
If it's hit at me or to my right, I'm going to field it and kind of create that momentum and either backhand flip it or underhand flip it to him. And if it's hit to my left, I'm going to try to get around it, and I might have to make a jump throw, or pivot my feet and make that throw. Or if it's really hitting the hole, I might have to come here and do the spin throw backwards. For me, a left-handed hitter, I can't give up the hole because the first baseman's holding them on as much. So we're going to kind of give up that single the other way to those lefties. But the righties, kind of the same thing. I'm going to play a little bit closer to try to get that double play and maybe give that ground ball through the 4-hole a base hit. So, if you're going to try to get 2 outs, you got to give up something. You can't have it all. I like to take the throw right on the backside of the base, so I start with my left foot on. I can step to the ball, so I'm catching and stepping at the same time, one step and throw. And if I need to make an adjustment, I can come across here. If it's back here, I can step back this way. But generally speaking, I like to start right with my left foot on the base, catch, right foot, hit at the same time, step and throw. Sometimes when the throw's not right on line, you just got to get 1 out. And so if I try to rush it and try to get that 2 outs, and I come across the base and the ball goes over here, I might miss that throw and we won't get any outs, as opposed to me staying behind and just stepping and at least getting 1 out. I played short all the way through high school and went to college, and we had a senior shortstop, so I moved to second base. And my sophomore year, they moved me back over to short, but coach thought we were a better team with me at second, so I stayed at second, got drafted as a second baseman, and then made the transition in pro ball.
This one is grounded back up the middle. Lowrie ranging nicely. Sidearm toss is in time. That's rangy play by Jed Lowrie.
The initial read off the bat is the most important thing. As soon as you see that ball go down, you got to go get it. If it's hit hard, you got to take a better angle to cut the ball off. But it's all that first step to, you see that ball and you got to go in here. I mean, the difference between this and this makes all the difference in the world, because if I come here on my first step and that ball's hit slow, then I have to create momentum going, I'm going straight right and then in, as opposed to cutting it off. So that, with a fast runner, that can be the difference between out and safe, that first step being here as opposed to here. If I get that ball right at me, I'm going to try to create, maybe get on this side of it just a little, field that ball, and then show the second baseman and flip it right to him. And then same thing with that move to the right. There's times, the backhand, sometimes you can get around that ball and you can drop step and throw from there. Or sometimes you have to field that backhanded, where you field like this and throw like that, or sometimes you have to do a jump throw.
This is towards short. Lowrie will go to second for 1, on to first. It's a double play.
It's a little different. I generally, same thing. I get to the base, but it's a little bit further behind the base. I like to break down behind it and then read the throw. And so if that throw is perfectly, perfect right to me from the second baseman, I'm going to come right here, come through, step and catch with the, left foot and catch at the same time. Swipe the bag with my right foot, plant and throw. So that's what I'm looking for. The ideal play is just right there. if I can meet that ball at the base, then I'm already got that momentum going towards first. So, you know, I'm breaking down right here, and then they throw that ball, and I'm coming through it, and my momentum is going already towards first base. So you could probably actually get a little bit more momentum coming from shortstop than you do second, because at second you pretty much have to come to a complete stop and then start it back over.
Ramita chops it towards short. Lowrie will touch second and fire to first. Double play as Lowrie get taken out.
I see myself as an everyday shortstop that can play other positions. I think it really helps me. I think it gives me an idea of what everybody is doing on the field, and I think that's an asset for me and the club.